something, and it has to do with a lot of psychopaths who want to be in charge of the world. That's
always been the way. Psychopaths have always been in charge of the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's just money and power has always been in charge of the world. We don't know what they do. We know a lot of crazy things happen, and things that aren't supposed to happen. And then time goes on and just becomes part of our history. I don't know. I'm going to give you my true opinion. My true opinion is that we're on 4.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the 4th seal.
Wait, she just said this is the 7th sign. The 7th seal is just open. Do you see why we do what we do? God, they contradict what they say because they're not actually going off knowledge. They're going off talking points. See, they're not giving you any depth. Everything they're saying has already been said 1,000,000 times because that's what we do to save time, the talking points. It's never anything new. There's nothing that's happening. There's no proof of this. She just said to Dave that this is it, that I think the 7th seal's been broken. Now she says we're only on the 4th one. I think you got to uncurl your crazy curls, lady. You're a little batshit crazy. 3rd phase just went live. I want to see what's going on, so we're going to go over there real quick. That's right. 3rd phase of Moon, friend of the family. Don't like it? Egg-gush. Let's see what's going on with our boys, Blake and Brent.
That's weird.
Always with something interesting.
Video started like in the middle.
And you know I'm saying this, Heidi, is because I'm trying to.
Show's on right now in the paranormal. Not really. I don't know. That's my recommended.
The show started in the middle of the video.
I gotta stay away from the mic.
Didn't start
I realized
from
I was
beginning.
too loud the
That's
other
crazy.
night. 2 hours.
Billionaires offering, untold amounts of money if they were to maybe offer the public a massive amount of money for these materials that they have hidden. Why is it?
Yes, this is now, but this is an interview they did a week ago, right?
And I think if someone were to come upon a crashed UFO, first thing they should do is get witnesses and bring more witnesses.
Right.
And if we have 20 or 30 people who are photographing this thing, filming it with their cell phone, all bets are off. The cover-up is over because this information can travel very quickly now. It's the information age. It's never been quite like this.
Oh, come on,
we're now in a perfect position to break this subject wide open. All we need is that one lucky incident. And I think if it's handled correctly, it could change the world overnight. But also has the potential to cause harm and danger if not handled correctly. So
exactly. I think the information needs to get out as fast as possible with a massive amount of eyes looking at it all at once. And then again, they couldn't cover it up. Well, Preston, it's been our pleasure again having you right here at 3rd Phase of Moon. Tell everybody where they could check out your books and where they could reach out to you.
Yeah, this is a repeat.
Yeah, my books are available on Amazon and bookstores near you and other online retailers.
All right, we'll come back. I think that's the repeat. Yeah, because he already did that interview 2 weeks ago. That's pretty smart. Just throw a show up on Easter. I mean, who would have thunk of that?
I mean, our last World War.
Oh,
and
now they're talking about war. Yeah, here's a real. Never mind. I got to get away. Let me pull up something else. I've got a lot of mo. It's Easter Sunday. An planned show again. Figure what the hell. It would have been interesting. We would have made it interesting. All right, got something funny I want to show you to break up the seriousness.
On my end.
All right, this I found on Facebook. I have found the greatest thing on Facebook. And I'm going to play this. I don't know why I really like this. Where is it? Where'd it go? Hold on, I got it. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Is this it? Just like a prank call. This is it's so damn funny.
It kicked me to 144 P.
I hope this is the one. There's one that we're going to play.
What's up, guys? Everybody
We're
cool?
gonna go a little longer
Everybody
than 2
here?
hours
Everybody
because-
having fun?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is
You guys having
this
fun
is
tonight?
funny,
Happy
so-
Easter, everybody.
but I don't want to start out with.
I'm
this
happy
one.
you guys are here. Hey,
Let
Blue
me just get it
Chicken,
ready.
what's happening,
Pause it.
brother? Nice to see you.
All right.
Does the picture look okay?
Hold on. Let me get the other
It should
one.
look
Now I got
okay.
that one ready. That's number.
You guys
Man,
let me know
I-
if any
I
ghosts
thought
knock
I
any
did it.
bottles off these shelves.
Where is?
It's a long scientific
Maybe this is it.
process.
This is so funny to me. So, PBR, I think you might like it. All right, here it is. I'm just messing with you.
I hope PBR shows up.
Hello.
Chuck Bam, Rich, Manny.
Hello.
Up,
Hi, is this Jack?
Vet.
Yeah, what can he do for you here?
All you guys are awesome.
Hi, my
You
name
guys are all
is Sandra.
fucking
Just to let you know, this call may be recorded for quality service. How are you today?
Yeah, no, I'm fine, sweetheart. How are you doing? That's right.
All right, thank you for that.
Very good. That's
This is why I know we're all gonna survive. Hey, Game Vet, what's up, brother? This is why I know we're all gonna survive the apocalypse. Because you guys are all in my chat room talking smack still. As long as everybody's talking smack, I think we're all good. Worldwide. There's a lot of people worldwide in my chat room. Blue Chicken's from Sydney, Australia. Green Man's from San Diego, California. Game Vet was in Minnesota. Drives everywhere. I think Chunky's from North Carolina. As long as we're all talking smack and having fun about UFOs, I think life will survive.
what he did right there was just to keep that going for so long. All right,
don't know
let's
why
get
it's
back
so
and see if
quiet.
there's, please, interesting. This has got to be one of the most boring interviews I've ever heard.
Pissed off.
What cracks me up about what's happening right now is the fact that, and I can't even do a show that I want to do because it just goes right back to this whole thing. There's no way to get around it. There's no way that
Are we getting around? We're getting around, right? We're getting around not just talking about the 19. Yes, every first half hour to 35 minutes of the show, I'll talk about it because I think we need to. But today we spent very little time on it. And it'll, like I said, it'll just get less and less over time. And, it'll be a thing of the past. But it's historic. Why they're talking about this instead of her is beyond me. It's beyond me. What a waste of time.
Driving around in masks and gloves. What the hell is wrong with people? Really? What, are you going to get COVID from your steering wheel?
Now, if she's talking about my video I made,
See, here's
she
the
doesn't
problem.
get that was a joke. Let's see if that's about me.
Rich, you I don't know if Rich is listening tonight yet, but you had an issue with the audio with that show and your show. Your show was really low and theirs was really high. PBR kept telling me that, but I don't think you heard it. So I'm sorry, it's not my audio. If you guys can hear it, it's the difference between Rich and the other show he's listening to.
I just can't. And they don't talk to
Sorry if
each
it's
other.
really loud.
It's icky. I don't think we're going to recover as quickly as you think, Dave. Because once people
Dave's an
think that
optimist.
somebody might have cooties around them, you do whatever you can to stay away.
I'm not
I
saying.
apologize for my voice. My allergies are crazy today.
Oh,
I
they've
didn't
been
take any
bothering me
Claritin today.
They've been bothering me too. Yeah, but no,
He's pulling a Jack Vale.
I'm not that naive. Trust me. The thing is,
He reminds me of Jack Vale. That's a great answer there you got. Mhm. What's that, dear? I make myself laugh.
And they make us do all of these stupid things, make us physically, but mentally, they're screwing with our minds big time.
If you let them.
Oh yeah, I agree. You know what's funny is, I did just a little kind of calling around. I don't know. I guess it was about a week and a half ago or so. Just the local hospitals to see their capacity, like I was going to be a patient. Oh yeah, they're fine. Come on in. Emergency room's 20-minute wait. Urgent care is 15-minute wait. There's nothing going on.
Wait a minute. She called. She said she called, right? What a lying sack of crap. Wouldn't you record it and let your friends and family know? That's what researching is all about, proving what you're talking about. Don't come into my field, don't come into my COVID, and don't talk about anything. You really have no idea what to talk. I don't know either. Nobody knows. I'm just kidding.
Places on Earth. Of course it needs a lot. And that's where our international travel comes in mostly.
Do you know they talked less than 5 minutes about her sightings? Less than 5 minutes. I can't believe it, to be honest with you. Hold on, whoa, what is this? Okay, let me get rid of this. Unbelievable. Let's see what third phase is up to, shall we? Oh yeah, it is the repeat. Okay, I remember this. Now there's only 498 watching. You know why?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Rich's audio was off tonight.
Why is it starting over? Oh, something else is happening.
I'm trying to make it louder.
Remember, it was me and my stupid screen.
Welcome back. Blake Cousins here, third phase of Moon with a special guest.
1100
Preston Dennett, the
right?
Listen.
Hey.
Like, listen.
Oh, they're not live anymore.
His guests are or his guests. The streams he shows are louder than his show.
More. That was quick. All right. Here we are.
I like third phase. I think they're nice people. They're not boots on the ground. They're not. I never saw an original Brent or Blake video, like UFO video. Have you guys ever seen an original Brent or Blake where they're recording their own UFO and showing it? That's what bothers me about people like UFO Jesus and Tyler. Like Rich tonight, he had all his own stuff on tonight. He's showing stuff that he recorded from 2005 with a timestamp on it. And then you got all these people, these talking heads popping up now in the UFO field that do not have any personal UFO boots on the ground videos. And so it's really understandable to me why Rich gets pissed off about all this crap. You weren't out there for, you weren't out there. You're a UFO researcher or whatever. It's like, yeah, I sat in my backyard with a back injury with my camera all day long, taking shitty videos of crazy things I saw. But at least I was trying. Where's UFO Jesus doing that? Where's Brent and Blake doing that? Where's Secure Team 10 doing that 10 years ago, 15 years ago? Which was doing it? I did it. There has to be some recognition of seniority in regards to these matters, in my opinion. You just can't take some jerk that falls off the first UFO wagon, comes rolling up with a channel, and start believing everything they say. Come on, that's not how this world works. And all these angry women out there too. The angry women are taking over ufology. Sad.
Live our life. And
no offense to angry women. My ex-wife is really angry. She's a really angry person.
And love the ones that are in our life right now.
Right. Beautiful.
Well, this is what we all wanted. We all wanted more time with our loved ones, less time working.
Not like this.
That's what we wanted. That's for damn sure. Now we're like,
Yeah,
what
not
about
like
the
this.
rest of my life?
Yeah, not like
But
this. But
I don't know if we're gonna recover from this, Dave. Not for a while. I think people are too fear-based right now. And remember, too, what the most important thing in this conversation is where we were at as a country before this happened.
So prophetic.
Before this happened, we were a black and white country. Either you're for Trump and gun-toting and for all of...
I can't. I just can't. Next phone call. What is this? Where's the phone call? Here we go. This is another prank call from Jack Vale, but I think he does something a little different here. So let's open that up to you. And here we go. This is really good.
$65.
This is cute. Very clever. I like clever.
Rich talk. His audio is really low.
Hold on, it's coming.
Sorry, his audio is really low.
I don't know. I think we're going to black out here. Something's overloading. Doesn't feel right.
Hey, Goofon, what's
Something's
up, man?
wrong.
Rich, your audio is kind of low tonight, man. Like compared to the people you live stream with. So it's I know there's like ice machines and shit going off over here and refrigerators and all kinds of things making all kinds of interference noise in the background, but your audio is low. PBR was trying to tell you all night.
I was right. It blacked out. Look. Come on, man. Boat crashes. Doesn't get any better. I just can't do nothing right. All of a sudden, everything, I think everybody got home from their Easter dinner. And I think the internet's getting blacked. Dude. All right, I'll be right back. That one lady's going, get out of the way. Get like the boat's gonna jump ship. Huh? Can you imagine this? Look at this. That is a building on water. It is. It's a building on water.
Not bad. Stop, bro. Stop. You look good.
As soon as it hits that beach, though, it's good.
Let me tell you this.
next one's my favorite. I love this one. Listen to the horn on this. Pull the horn. This is amazing.
There's 10 people in the chat room. That's a milestone. Sorry about my nasally lisp. I have a cold. I have a cold that won't go away. I'm sorry. Sometimes I feel like crap.
Like, why would you even run away from that? You know the boat's not going to go on land.
Hey, how does oh my God, there's 11 now. Hey, how does everything look? Does everything look good? This reminds me of when Goofon was Paranormal Code, and he would ask everybody if his audio worked. I don't know if my audio works. People tell me I get cut off all the time. Plus, YouTube kicks me off. The internet kicks me off. My life is one big timeout. What the fuck?
This is the one the lady should be saying, get out of the way. All right. All right, hold on. Now, let's get back to Dave. And if you guys want to get some sleep, now's the time.
PBR, what's up, man? Holy shit.
In 3, 2, Gush.
PBR's in the fucking chat. PBR's in the chat. Oh my God, I just threw a chair against the wall. PBR's in the chat room, everybody. That's cool as hell. That's super cool.
Free will means.
Sorry, I'm bringing. Oh God, I can't even talk. PBR, I'm sorry, I'm bringing you a ad hoc mirrored shit presentation of a great show. It's way better live. You know that. Sorry, I'm a dirtbag, everybody.
And you get to choose good or evil.
Holy shit.
But how do you do that if you're not faced with evil?
Is it B. Baker's here? B. Baker's here now? It's a fucking show now. Now it's a fucking show.
We're not in the Garden of Eden right now. So we're not in heaven. And he was supposedly Lucifer and all of his.
What is my main word that I hate the most that people say incorrectly? Supposedly. It's not supposed. There's no such word as supposed.
Sorry,
it's
the audio is low.
It just tells me that.
Like PBR was saying, Rich needs an audio leveler.
His rebellion army of angels were cast down here, and I've had lots of experience with darkness.
No,
and I know many people who had
Rich, what I'm
more
saying,
intense experiences.
The guests, the live stream that you're playing, their audio is loud. Your audio is quiet compared to theirs. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is like I can hear it. Your audio is lower, a lot lower, and theirs is loud.
Is with darkness and live with it every day.
I'm darkness.
So I know it exists. I know it's real.
Of course you do.
The problem I had is why? Why do we have to deal with this? What did we do? Well, we didn't do anything. It's our free will. It's the free will that God gave us. You can be good or you can be evil. You can turn away from me or you can be with me. And I think, that's really the only choice that a person has to make in life.
Even that's wrong.
And everything else comes from that one choice. You're either on the right side or you're on the wrong side. You're either only selfish and I don't know, greedy.
How is she having a hard time coming up with thinking about this when she taught this kind of stuff? You see, this is what I want to see credentials, guys. I want to see credentials. Well, where are your credentials? Friggin' A. Where are they? On the internet, everywhere. Just look. I didn't claim anything. I didn't say I went to school to teach this stuff or I teach it. If somebody is teaching this kind of stuff, you can't just teach it without understanding everything about it. And she's having a really hard time with it. This is why I called her out. What she's doing is I don't understand all right, maybe it's because she just wants to believe so badly. I think that's it.
Be lustful, self-soothing. That's all you care about,
12 people.
Or
There's 12 people
you're all about balance and experiencing everything. All the gifts that he gave us.
I was going to mention balance. And go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
For a goof
I was just going to mention about the balance part. I agree with you. And not only do I agree with you, there's people in the chat that
hit the
agree.
Like button. I hope all of you guys hit like button.
MGJ, I'm
cool.
dyslexic.
I would like to get 12 likes for one in my life.
Well, I like to call Mike. Talks about, he mentions balance. And when we're talking about, why is this, what is this all about? Balance. Mr. Owl says to test us, separate the wheat from the chaff, which would also be part of the balance.
Absolutely. That's like what I said, when the age of excess came, I'm telling you, honestly, I got in the pit of my stomach. I knew that humanity was going down when Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian became the most important thing to little girls. I'm not.
Oh my God. I literally just threw up inside. I can feel it. It's going to come out after the show. I'll force it out. Guys, yeah, Madonna did the same thing. You know who else? Joan Jett did the same thing. We didn't have social media. We had MTV. That was our live. That's when the live stuff really started. When MTV, started bringing culture, music into the world, and you can see the people that played the music for the first time instead of having to go to concert, interviews, behind the scenes stuff. Man, same thing that happened with Paris Hilton. She was just a sex freak, man, a little rich girl going around with Nicole Richie and just, living life, man. They were kids. We all did do crazy stuff. So her trying to align that with the beginning of the end is awful and weak. And I can't listen to it anymore. I'm sorry. I just can't. I want to hear about the UFOs and shit. And they're purposely staying away from it. You know why.
I'm not kidding you.
No. I'm laughing because
I was part of that. I was part of that whole thing. They were always, the music scene or whatever. The people like that are always around. I knew once that happened, it was over. I'm like, this is it.
She was in the music industry, so I don't know much about that yet, but it's being looked into.
This is it. Now we worship money and sex and greed.
We worshipped money and sex in the 80s, the preppies, working out, Jane Fonda workout, right? Richard Simmons, come on, girls, give me that gut. Show me you love me, ladies. Hello. Remember Richard Simmons? He was not a sex idol. He was middle-aged moms. I mean, and older. He helped a lot of people in a different way. I'm going to skip because it's just ridiculous.
Definitely feel it like in your chest, the vibration of the earth increasing as you go so far down into the earth.
Yeah, it's called pounds per pressure. Pounds per square inch? Feet per pressure?
It's really a physical feeling. It's really and you get kind of, I don't know, like kind of ecstatic-y in your head. Everybody experiences it too. It's very common. Everybody talks about it. So I would definitely like to experience that a little bit more.
I bet.
Have you ever been in any caves, Dave?
Yes, in Idaho.
Yes, I'm in one now. I got some dots. Let's get to the dots. We're ending that. Well, we'll check in one more time because I was hoping to hell she was going to talk about her stuff. I am very disappointed in David. I thought he was going to bring the goods. I want to show you my goods. You know? Hold on. So let's get to some dots. All right, here we go. Where is it? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Where'd it go? What is this? This might be it. Well, happy Easter, everybody. In the East Coast. Oh, this is another. Oh, this is actually pretty funny. But I don't think I can play it. So I'm not. It's from Conan O'Brien, but not the Conan O'Brien show, but it's from his Facebook page. All right, here's something a little bit weird. We're going to watch it. It's called Invisible Ice while I look for my dots. I don't know what happened, guys. I have dots. Trust me, I'll find them. We're going a little long tonight, so we're going past the top of the hour. I don't know, maybe another 40 minutes, 30, we'll see. This is weird. Has anybody ever heard of this, Invisible Ice? It'll blow your mind, I promise. Blow your freaking mind. My audio leveler went. I don't know what's going on tonight, guys. Oh, holy crap, hold on.
Ice, and now you're gonna put it into warm water. At this point, regular ice would just melt into the water, but because we've put the salt on it, it's not going to melt so much as it's just going to lose its color, that white coloration. To speed the process along, you take some white vinegar, and you're going to mix this in just a little bit. Now get a spoon, mix it up. The cool thing is going to come when we take this ice out, and I'm going to put it in a glass of cool water. Then it really just looks incredible. You can see the ice is starting to lose its coloring. It looks like it's melting. It looks like it's getting smaller, but the ice is actually the same size. I can start to show you here with a little piece. You can see there's almost two different colors where it's got the white on the edge, and the white is just moving to one side of the ice cube, but the ice cube is pretty much staying the same size. So now I'm going to start to take these pieces out, and I'll show you what they look like on the plate here. We'll start out with just one here. Let me get one. Last two.
Okay, so I had a feeling that.
So you can see it there.
Oh, what are you, oh, yeah.
You can see it better on the plate, but you can also probably tell that it's softer than regular ice. It's lost any sort of.
I can't. If it's fake, I don't even want to look at it anymore. He comes up with this ice, and it's invisible. I mean, it looked real. But then I kept saying, why is it that I don't see it there? And I've known that that guy has done some things like that before. And it looked real. I don't know. But if you're saying it's a fake, I'm going to let it go. Because that's what my heart was telling me. All right, I'm looking for it. Hold on. I'm not going to third phase yet. I'm looking for the dots. Oh, and Richie from Boston is in trouble with his community. I'm going to play this. It's just for 5 minutes, okay? And then we're going to look at some third phase. We're just getting started. It's top of the hour. Everybody's here on Easter Sunday. I can't believe you're here, too. I'm going to go grab a fan and watch this about Richie. I've watched it, and I couldn't believe it. No, I could believe it.
A big celebrator of any holiday, so it's just another day to me. But it is nice to recognize that, Jesus was risen on this day, so we're told. And yeah, that's awesome. But I just don't really celebrate holidays, period. So anyway, I wanted to, and let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. I wanted to give my response to RFB, Richie from Boston, because he has constantly been attacking other truth channels. And I get a lot of comments from people, responding to his rhetoric that he puts on his channel. And, I get messages from people saying, well, RFB says you're not a real channel, or channels like mine, because I have a Patreon link in my description. And so, yeah, it's just causing a lot of division and a lot of unnecessary infighting. So I thought I would respond to his question that he put out today to other truth channels. And this is not me trying to cause a fight. This is not me trying to, cause an argument or anything like that. I'm just responding to his constant false accusations. And he put out a question today, and I'm going to answer that question for him. So hopefully that will clear things up. This is a video he posted earlier today. It says, why isn't every truth channel pointing this out instead of self-censoring? And then in the description, it says, while most channels keep pointing out the CV lies, they are still asking for money and self-censoring. Meanwhile, troops equipment hasn't stopped rolling all around us. This spell that Trump mentions is in full effect. Time to stop worrying about YouTube guidelines and tell it like it is. Okay, so this is my problem with this. First of all, he is, I don't watch RFB a whole lot because of this reason, because it just really frustrates me that every time I click on one of his videos, he is, throwing daggers at channels like mine for simply having a Patreon link. And first of all, I just want to address that. I don't know what RFB uses to pay for stuff, but, I have bills. I have a livelihood to keep up. And a YouTube channel is a lot of work. I don't get ad revenue really anymore. So this channel is funded by the viewer, and no one's obligated to contribute to the channel in that way. Absolutely not. I love that my content is free for everybody. And the only reason I do self-censor in our world right now, and I want to talk about it regardless of, any ad revenue I may or may not get. So yeah, I mean, the fact that he is attacking other truth channels for having a Patreon link, this guy has made a lot of money off of YouTube. Okay, don't let him fool you. He has.
I've got all the people food, my people's breakfast food. I was selling runes.
Hey, Richie, what are you doing?
Why you playing this guy? This lady's all lies.
I said that about you last week. How are you telling people they can't make money when you're selling shit?
Hey, everybody's got their own thing, but all of a sudden now people got Patreon accounts.
What do you care?
As period, point blank, he has. And he's also sold a lot of products on his channel.
I did.
So right now, people need money, especially right now. And he's saying that money's not going to matter soon. Well, money has always mattered. You've always needed money to live. And as far as I know, he's still driving around in his truck, in his Tonka truck. He's still, you know, eating, as far as I know. He's still using resources, and all those things cost money, right? So, I mean, I don't understand how he doesn't feel like the biggest hypocrite. And
honestly, you know what I found out from what she said? He actually lives with his parents. Richie from Boston lives with mom and dad. It's adorable. It's adorable. He is everything they thought he would be. A racist, a bigot, a liar, a cheater. The son who got arrested, got blackballed from the army, failed school, failed at every job he's ever had. But I got a YouTube channel, I make a lot of monies. So why not get an apartment? I don't got credits. Sounds like Mick from Rocky. You ain't got no credits, kid. Yellow, what are you talking about? You could break thumbs with me.
In the world, when he is going out spending money on gas, on food, on whatever other necessities that he needs, which I'm obviously not down in the guy for. We all need money to survive. But he's acting like he doesn't use money anymore. You know, and unlike RFB, which this is not a shot at him, it's just the truth. I don't live with my parents. I don't have free room and board to go back to anytime I want. Okay, so I pay all my bills on my own. I'm a single woman. I live alone.
Yeah.
I have animals to take care of.
Yeah.
I don't get free room and board from my parents, nor would I want to. So I try to help my parents out, not the other way around.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, maybe his perspective is a little bit different because he does have free room and board. And
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. It goes on for an hour and 18 minutes. No, we're not going to listen to all of it. But she did talk about how these were videos from 2 years ago, which we have said here. Richie apparently is not. He's the black sheep of Trutherville. It's amazing to me. How do we get involved, guys, with this girl? How do we get involved with her? Let's get her on the show. Hacking the headlines. Holy shitballs, 179,000
I gotta
subs.
press pause.
We're going to listen to her for a little bit. We need a good woman.
Rich, if you think that Richie is bad, I hear feedback. Rich, if you think Richie from Boston is bad, there's groups of people out there that are 10 times more nuttier than he is. The internet has unleashed everybody with a camera and a microphone and a bag of weed and a story. And it's all cults of personality now. You know, David Wilcox was a precursor to all this shit. You know, you're going to believe who you want to believe. It's all dog shit. You know, I don't know why people fall into their traps and then keep on repeating it, like UFO Jesus and Secure Team and Richie from Boston and all this other garbage dog shit. I hope Richie Giordano from Goofon doesn't ever fall into the same category as 8 or RFB. That's why his chat room is cool. I think it's keeping him from that.
And for the Trutherville, maybe she's got a great following, obviously, but maybe she's got a better mind. Worse. Oh my God, it can't be. Listen to the way she speaks. She definitely doesn't have a airplane truck.
we have to worry about. And like I said, give people a heads up about this. That's a great thing to do. But to attack other truth channels because they're not talking about what you want them to talk about is not fair. It's simply not fair. Whatever you want to on your channel, RFB, but just because I'm not talking about it doesn't make me any less of a truther than you are. Okay, just because I have a Patreon link and I don't live with my parents doesn't make me any less of a truther than you are. Period.
Is she talking about me? She's talking about you. She talking about me?
I think Chunky had a great comment in Goofon's chat room earlier today. He was like, "Oh, he's gonna need sunblock from that burn." That was kind of funny. I enjoy great comments. A lot of you guys make great comments. I'm sorry the ice machine's going off tonight. Something's going off tonight. The refrigerator's going off.
She's talking about you. Is she talking about me? It's about you. Okay, I was just asking. What happened?
So that's my answer to RFB's question. Is that why isn't every truth channel pointing this out? Well, for the reasons I just mentioned. I don't think it's necessary. I have no clue what they're going to be using these tanks for. I've seen this in my own life, them moving tanks across railroad tracks. And that was many, many years ago. Nothing so far has come from it. So, take it for what you will. If there's tanks rolling down my street, if there's tanks rolling down your street.
This is why I love the Goofon chat room. I love you guys that spill over from the Goofon chat room and the Manny Moonraker chat room. You guys come here. You guys are all fucking super smart. Everybody that chats, you guys are all super smart. You guys are all super funny too. You make the world keep rolling. Thank God for chat rooms.
If we have, them shooting down Americans in the street, I'll report on it.
You go, girl.
It's gonna happen. That these videos are proof of it. They're coming to get us. They're coming for us. It's happening. Well, what if it? Listen to you're all grown adults. You can make your own decisions. Last time I checked.
All right. And anyway, we get the point. Richie from Boston blackballed in his own community. Is that me too? Am I blackballed? Am I blackballed? Am I blackballed from ufology? Yes, Will. Yes, Will. Richie is fighting with the spirit of anger. As a Christian, he really needs to get that under control sooner or later. He really does, bro. He does. Everything he does is with the wrong intention. Everything he does is just trying to make noise. That's what you do, Rich. Me? I'm telling the truth. I'm not talking out my ass like this guy. I mean, I may speak through my ass, but I'm not talking out of it. Yeah, that didn't sound right either. All right. Let's see. What else do I got for you? One more thing. I got to get those dots in here. Where are the freaking dots? I know where I think they are. All right, give me a second. I got to close that down. Now I got to open some stuff up. Let's get rid of these. Oh, wait, it might be here. No, it isn't. All right. I thought I emailed it to myself. Why is this happening? But it's not in the email, and I don't understand why it isn't showing up. So I think I loaded this into the Goofon chat room earlier. So let me pull it up here, and then I'll just open it up that way. Right, didn't I put this into the chat room, guys, in Goofon earlier? We were supposed to do it on Facebook tonight, and I just couldn't. I just didn't want to do the Facebook thing. I don't know. I don't like Facebook. I really don't. Don't like it. There's a meme of Joe Biden saying Merry Christmas because, you know, he's a little bit, all right, I can't find it. Oh, here's something that happened, but I'm not even going to put that up. I think I found it. Wow. Hold on. Wow, where did I put it, man? Anytime I go overtime, like over 2 hours, I usually have the show set up for 2 hours. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play third phase and I'll look for it. Oh, we'll see, let's see. Oh, it looks like Dave ended. The show ended. They ended it. That was awful. Oh no, this is third phase from Moon. I thought it was, never mind. All right, guys, I'm gonna look for this. I'm right here.
Welcome back. Blake Cousins here, third phase of Moon with the special guest, Preston Bennett, the expert on crash and retrievals, where to come in, swoop up the evidence, and take it back for experimental programs. Now the expert, he's got the books, we've got videos, locations, eyewitnesses. Hang on, everybody. It's going to be a wild ride right here at Third Phase Moon. Preston, thanks for joining us. Well, I think we should just get started. People want to take their minds off what's going on around the world right now, escape from reality, and get into more bizarreness. In regards to the crash and retrieval, tell us, what's the most significant event that you could tell us in regards to this subject matter?
Probably that, well, first of all, it's true. There are a lot more crash retrievals than I think people realize, even within the UFO community. It's not just Roswell. That's certainly the most famous case. There was a cluster of UFO crashes at that time in New Mexico, the Aztec crash and perhaps others. But there are many others. I mean, there was the Paradise Valley crash. That's pretty famous in Arizona. The Kecksburg, Pennsylvania crash in 1965. These are the well-known.
Stop the presses. Stop the presses. The one in Paradise Valley, that's the one I went to a couple of weeks ago, the Dreamy Draw crash site under the dam. Well, that has never been proven. I wanted to say that because Preston's a very reputable guy, but sometimes, I don't know. If I wasn't in Arizona, I wouldn't know any different. If I didn't know the actual story of the Dreamy Draw thing. Also, there was a supposed crash in Kingman, Arizona, and that is a very famous crash back in the 50s. 56 or something. There was 3 or 4 crashes supposedly in Arizona. I think he's talking about, well, that's the only one I know of. I don't know. I like Preston though, so let's see what he says. I always have to give a little ribbon. It wouldn't be a show.
But I have to tell you, having written a number of books on various states about UFOs, you know, like California, New York, the Southwest, U.S., each of these states have multiple UFO crash incidents. And if you look into it, there are well over 100 of these types of cases. 200.
Oh my God, I've said that before. And somebody said I was wrong. Who was it? He was William. No, was it the paranormal lawyer? Who was it that told me I was wrong on that? No, I knew I was right. That's because I interviewed Preston Bennett a while ago. But anyway.
Oh yeah,
over 100.
Absolutely. A number of them do rest on the testimony of a small number of people, and some have a significant number of witnesses. Cases like Roswell, I mean, there's more than a dozen books written on that incident, hundreds of witnesses. We've traced the Roswell incident from the moment this thing appeared in the sky to the moment it was picked up, guarded, brought back to the bases, and examined. We have testimonies from
the other crash and retrievals that the public's really not aware of.
Yeah, it's very interesting because the UFO community was very slow in recognizing UFO crashes. and they were debunked early on. The first researcher to really look into it was Frank Scully in his book, Behind the Flying Saucers. And that's where we first heard of the Aztec UFO crash, which is apparently significant. It has divided the UFO community into 12 bodies, a lot of ETs.
So 15 alien bodies. What were they described of their features? What did they look
humanoids.
like? Were they
Perhaps
alive?
not your typical grays, in that they looked a little more human, but it's hard to say, because the Roswell aliens aren't necessarily described as the typical grays as we would, see them today.
So this Aztec crash and retrieval incident, when did this happen, and what government swooped in and retrieved the craft itself along with these 15 alien creatures or aliens?
It's the U.S. military. They clamped down very hard on this. The Roswell incident was, I think, a real learning lesson for them, because that was the incident that almost got out. They did announce that a UFO had actually crashed, and then withdrew the explanation and clamped down hard and learned their lesson. But there's been incidents before this. The Battle of Los Angeles in 1942, following Pearl Harbor. Apparently, there was this UFO hovering over the city for a couple of hours. We shot 1,500 rounds of ammunition at it. And now we found out that there are documents released through the Freedom of Information Act that appear to say that we've shot one of these objects down during that incident. So there are others. Cape Girardeau.
So you're saying
Cape Girardeau incident in Missouri, also another very early case. And they keep on going on throughout our history up to the present day.
So let me get this right. The government was pretty much prepped up after Roswell. And now with the Aztec crash and retrieval, they're kind of fine-tuning their technique and bringing this in and studying these objects and creatures.
Yes. What researchers have tried to track this as best as they can, and by all accounts, most of this stuff is originally being sent to Wright-Patterson in Ohio, which is where they study foreign aircraft, and a number of cases are traced directly to that. But I have to tell you, numerous Air Force bases across the United States have been implicated with UFO wreckage. Norton Air Force Base in California, there's accounts coming out of there who people saw recovered UFOs that were not damaged. Some of these craft come down with very little damage. Others, for example, that's another. Rendlesham in England, of course, had its huge incident there. Probably something going on there. Some indications of that. And across.
I think that how could they crash? Are there malfunctions within the UFO, the craft itself, or are they actually being shut down by our own military? And if so, wouldn't they have had the technology to defend against our own military?
Yeah, it's definitely a question other people have raised. These craft are very advanced. They outdistance certainly our own craft and can turn at right angles and all this kinds of stuff. But what we're seeing is what we're seeing. The Roswell crash was apparently brought down by a lightning strike. However, there's some evidence suggesting that it was our own radar systems which interfered with their navigation. And this has come up in a couple of other cases independently where ETs have said this, and that's why they're darting out at right angles to avoid our radar. And there are a number of accounts that we have shot these craft down, and certainly many accounts of where we shot at them, often not successful, but in some cases, yes, apparently successful. So I think we're looking at both of these scenarios.
Video, we're rolling it right now of some vintage black and white footage, apparently filmed in Russia, and the KGB retrieving a crash retrieval of a flying disc embedded into the ground. I recently shared this video with you, Preston.
Yeah, the Sverdlovsk incident. It's pretty well known, I think, among the UFO community, and again, like these incidents, divide people. I think there's some who think it's a hoax, and some who are certain it's authentic. And I think you can raise arguments for both scenarios, but I do find the footage very interesting for a number of reasons. There are some researchers who've really looked into this and raised some questions that I think are absolutely valid. If you look at the footage, you can see that there are few footprints surrounding this object. So this truck that's driving up, you can see the virgin snow there. That's an interesting fact, because to set something like that up would cause a lot of activity on the ground. Another thing is that the truck is reportedly authentic, of vintage age. So there's another. So there's these little details that seem to be authentic. On the other hand, I don't know of any instance where UFOs are stuck in the ground, still intact, quite like that, unless the ground is soft. So I wonder about that. I do find it interesting that some of the debris that's picked up is very light. That's something we do see in other UFO crash incidents. These objects are, although durable, very light in metal, in weight. So yeah, there's interesting details. One thing I do kind of find interesting is James Oberg, who's an arch skeptic, really a debunker of the UFO phenomenon, said instantly this is a hoax. And whenever any incident gets kind of attacked, it makes me want to take a second look at it.
The video, if you guys ever want to see that video, it is the video that's the KGB flying saucer files or something like that. It's with Roger Moore. I have it. That's why I know about it. And you could see how they walked around that UFO, but they never put the camera in the thing. Now what he just was talking about, if you looked at the clothing they wore, and at one point you could see the other cameraman, they say it looks like it's a legitimate UFO crash site, but someone also made pointed out some things that were weird about it, was that how the UFO was landed looks like it may have skipped on the ground. Half of it's buried in the ground there. And it kind of looks like it was made from sheet metal or something like that. I mean, it's not really, it kind of looks interesting, but I don't believe it. I think it's a training video, but we'll never know. There's an analysis done on that KGB file, that video. It's pretty cool. How much more? This goes on for a little bit. Well, I can't find the dial myself. I cannot remember where I put it. All right, let's give this another couple minutes, and then I'll drop the link in the chat if you guys want to check it out.
Hey, it would be such an elaborate hoax to pull off. The people in the authentic clothing during the time, and who's taking credit for this? And it was leaked, and there's nobody coming forward to say that was me behind it. It seems too extravagant and extreme just to be some kind of a hoax, but there could be some kind of propaganda behind it. You just never know coming from that region. But there are materials that are retrieved by our own government, along with these alien bodies and the artifacts that surround them in these crashes. What do you think they're doing with these?
And others. We are taking this technology and reverse engineering it as best as we can. Now, if you believe Colonel Corso, fiber optics, the integrated circuit, night vision goggles, and a number of other things are direct.
We already had that stuff, man. All it did was just, everybody's just saying because fiber optics. They were already working on this stuff. The Kevlar vest came from the uniforms they wore. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. They've already had them in the make. What do I know?
Directly tied to the Roswell UFO crash.
No.
I don't know if that's true, but certainly other.
Well, good for him to say he doesn't know if it's true. God, I like him. I knew he was cool.
Insiders are making very similar claims. And we have had an incredible rise in technology. And I think we all know for a fact that our military is at the cutting edge of technology. And what we're seeing in the public is, primitive compared to what our military has. They're 50, 100 years ahead of, what we see that's publicly revealed.
100?
I know that's true. I've had multiple insiders tell me that. I've talked.
Sorry, I can't. You guys can watch the rest. I just get angry and I have to just stop. It's a great interview, but you guys want to check it out? Check out the rest. Go over to Third Phase because, you know, they got the goods over there. I want to see how this ended, by the way. Is it still live? And I just met, yeah, I went on Third Phase by accident. Let's see. Nope, it's over. Ah, he's using OBS, I think. No. See, why didn't she go on camera? You know? Ugh. Only show half a face, thank you. Don't show the huge forehead. That's the smart move right there. That is a smart move. You know what I think about large foreheads. I think I've got a large forehead now, and I'm really worried. Because I was saying everybody with the large forehead is lying. But I don't think that's really working out too well, since I think I have a big forehead, and I didn't know it until I looked into it. That's why I'm wearing hats. No, it's not why. All right. Let me get rid of this. We are going to, I want to look at, we didn't do this last night, and I meant to. And it was about the strange inventions. 20 most idiotic inventions you'll ever encounter. I want to take a look at that real quick. Get in there. Let it load, let it load. Welcome everybody, Goof on Radio Stream. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. Day after Easter on the East Coast. It was still Easter over here. Did you guys have to look for your eggs today? Get some money from your grandparents or chocolate from mommy? Richie from Boston lives with his parents. What is going on? I did not know this. I am extremely ecstatic about that. That just explains everything.
You guys are all awesome.
Here we go.
You know I love you
guys. Check this out. Sit on the toilet bowl.
You guys are fucking awesome.
And putt. Right. You know, a lot of people bought that. Oh my God, is this one of these?
I'll see you guys soon.
Baby mop. Mop shoes, right? Isn't that what those were? You put those big shoes on and you can dust. Who wants to chug a beer when you can suck on it instead? Beer nipple.